Yes lads, joebiline here and welcome to the first of my impact predictions. A lot of you wanted it, a lot of you love the impact upgrade videos when I confirm them on the Monday, ready for the Tuesday upgrades. And obviously every Thursday we get the new batch of impact, 5 every week. They go up based on how they play for their key passes, shots and interceptions alone. And this is the video where I predict what will happen based on facts and also a bit of opinion. So I've looked at the previous games and the season, how they've been getting on, to bring you how I feel they may do, and also based on their opposition. So do leave a like if you enjoy this and want to see more of it, and yeah, show some support, and I'll definitely carry this on. I know a lot of you want it, so let's hope it goes down. Well, I think it will. This week's batch of impacts are a bit of a mixed bunch. Nothing too, oh wow, that's definitely going to be sick, but there's a couple that could be nice tickers. Obviously on the screen is all of them: Castillo, Deeney, Rudy, Felipe, Draxler. They've all got all the golds have all got a chance to go to elite. I'll tell you that now. But I did find last week there was a lot of people investing. I do feel now impacts, unless you get a really cheap bargain, sniper cheap one, it does seem like a lot of them may be long-term investments. So like I say, I'm not going to say advice to invest or not, because I'm not the best with predicting the market and saying investing. I'm not a very good trader, so I'm not going to say that. So do any of that at your own risk. But this is to inform you and give you the facts of averages and a bit of opinion myself. So without further ado, let's jump into the first one. Castillo, he's recently transferred to Pumas Unam, the cool badge, and they usually have cool kits in FIFA. However, when I was looking at the market this morning, he's still down as Católica, his Chile club, so I don't know if EA haven't changed that yet. I forgot. Obviously he's got the Unam kit on in the photos, so they're obviously aware he's changed clubs. Hopefully they'll change that. Either way, it shouldn't make a difference because chemistry doesn't play a factor in this game, but it'd be nice for him to be at the correct club for the games these impacts are going to be at. He does play striker. He joined in January for Unam/Punas, whichever one you want to call it, same thing. And what I noticed was, when I was trying to find the stats for him, is that who scored, which I usually get them all from, which I believe EA use, don't seem to have Mexico stats on there, so it was a bit of a struggle to find stats. In the end, I did manage to find the shots and key passes. However, I couldn't find interceptions. However, he's a striker, so I'm going to assume he got none. But yeah, he's played 4 games so far for them. He got sent off in one of them, so that's why he hasn't played the full 5 since joining. And he's managed 16 shots already in his 4 games. 7 in his first game, 1 in his second, he got sent off in that one, then 5, then 3, so he definitely likes his shot. And Pumas are actually 3rd in the league at the moment, so they've had a strong start, and they're going to be away at Monterrey, who, I don't know too much about Mexican football, but they're a name I recognise. Maybe that's because they've got good silvers on FIFA console, I'm not sure. But yeah, Pumas has started well in the league, and Castillo's been part of that. He's got a couple goals already, not that that matters. All it matters is that he shoots. His key passes, from what I could work out based on a key pass being the assist before a shot, so whether it be an actual assistant that goes in, or if he makes the pass that then leads to a shot on goal, that's a key pass. From the site I was using the live commentary, it looked like he's made in his first game 2, then 1, then 2, then none. It could be wrong, but I was using the commentary based on when they highlighted that he had passed to somebody who had a shot, so that's what I'm going off. So from what I could find, it looks like he's been averaging around a +5 so far, which is pretty nice. Not +5, sorry, +4. +4/+5. He's been... Wait, I'm looking at someone different. Sorry, I'm just looking at the stats in front of me. Yeah, he's been averaging around a +4 at the moment. Now, this game is, like I say, he's been having, like, his averages across a 9, 2, 7, 3. It's very hot and cold. I'm going to go for that. He may get a +5 in this game. So 81. I do think, based on his stats, he could do well, and because he's definitely likes his shot, and it looks like he's happy to put a few passes through. They are all away though, but however, some of them games have been away where he's still got, like his first game, 7 shots, 2 key passes. That was an away game, so he's not afraid to shoot away from home. I'm going to go with an 81 for him. Right, next person. Troy Deeney, Watford's captain, hero, hometown hero, ex-convict, whatever you want to call him. It's Troy Deeney. You can't help but kind of have a soft spot for him. He's with Watford, with amongst all the influences. He's still managed to stay there. He's still their main striker. He's had a nice ride with them. Got a bit more stats on him. Obviously, they are away at Man United, so this is going to be a tough game for Watford. It's not going to be an easy one, and you may think straight away, striker away at Watford, is anything really going to happen there? Well, so far this season, out of 22 appearances, he averages 1.2 shots per game, 0.5 key passes. So that doesn't sound very good instantly. However, obviously recently, Igalo has moved to China, and Troy Deeney has been playing a bit more of a central part as the main striker. He's been playing a bit more often, and his last 4 games alone, shots 2, 1, 1 and 2, key passes 1, 1, 0 and 2, interceptions. Now this is an interesting one. 1, 0, 4 and 1. Now he got 4 interceptions in one game, and that was against Arsenal. So Troy Deeney is a guy who likes to lead from the front, and clearly he got himself involved tackling from the front, and that could be the case against United maybe. Obviously he's averaged 4, 2, 5 and 5, so he's got about an average of +4 a game, whether that be shots or what. I'm just thinking, he got +4 interceptions away at Arsenal. Could that happen again with United? Could United be attacking and he's happy to defend and get stuck in from the front? He's a 77. His average is +4 from the last 4 games. I'm going to predict a +3 and say he'll get to an 80. Obviously, these are all predictions based on my prediction and also based on how he's played recently. It could go up and down all the time. Players can have off games, players can have good games. Look at Balotelli last week. But I'm going to go with an 80 for Deeney, straight in. We've then got Rudy for Hoffenheim. We're away at Wolfsburg. Wolfsburg are having quite a difficult season. They find themselves near the bottom. Hoffenheim are 5th. Rudy's a centre mid, and he's a pretty commanding one. 17 appearances so far this season, 1.1 shots per game, 1.6 key passes and 2.7 interceptions from his last 4 games. Shots, he's got 1, 1, 1 and 0. Key passes 1, 0, 0 and 2. Not that great, but interceptions 3, 3, 3 and 4. So he's pretty consistent with interceptions. And even though Wolfsburg are low in the league, they're still, I like to think of them as a pretty decent Bundesliga side. And they're at home. They've lost the last 2. They won the previous 3. Could they turn it around? Could it be up to Rudy to be getting them interceptions in the middle? Because if a team's struggling, they may be making... if a team's struggling but they're kind of good, then that's the type of team where they're going to be trying things and it's not working for them just from their rushing passes because they're a bit more eager. And that could lead to more interceptions if he's intercepting passes. So he has been averaging +5. I think he'll probably go up to an 82 just because he doesn't make too many shots or key passes, but he definitely gets those solid interceptions in. 3 down, 2 to go. Felipe, 79 rated centre-back for Porto. They are away at Guimarães, who are 5th in the league. Porto are obviously 2nd, 1 point behind Benfica. 20 appearances so far, 1.3 shots per game, 0.4 key passes and 1.9 interceptions. Now this is one of them people who I feel could very easily get +0, or he could get 1 or 2, like Dyer last week. Obviously they're both top centre-backs for play for top teams, playing against lower down, although Guimarães aren't that lower. It's just in the Portugal league I feel like there's a big gap between the top 3 to the rest of the league. But yeah, +3 average. He gets a couple of interceptions. Shots, he's on 0, 1, 1 and 1. Key passes 0, 0, 0, 0. Interceptions 2, 1, 2, 3. So he gets a couple of interceptions. He sometimes has a shot, but he doesn't really get any key passes. And like I say, this could easily be a game where Porto just dominate and there's nothing for him to do. Maybe if they're dominating though, he could get his head on a few corners and maybe get 1 or 2. So for me, I think he'll go up +1 or +2. I'm going to go with 81 for Felipe. Not too exciting so far for most of these. Obviously, Deeney, Castillo, they could shock us. They could put in a big performance. Castillo maybe could be the dark horse here. He did get +9 a couple of weeks ago. Who knows? And then finally, Draxler, the big money man, signed for PSG from Wolfsburg recently, leaving him in the ditch. Obviously, Wolfsburg not performing well, as we went over shortly before. and he's now at PSG, who are currently second in the league, 3 points behind Monaco, and they're away at Bordeaux, who are 7th in the league this weekend. So far, Draxler, I'm going to look a bit about his Bundesliga and his League One. While he was at Wolfsburg, he made 12 appearances, 2.2 shots per game, 2.1 key passes, and 0.8 interceptions as an average. So far in League One this season, he's averaged 1.4 shots per game, 1.8 key passes, and 0.4 interceptions. In his last 4 games, shots 0, 3, 2, and 0. Key passes 0, 1, 4 and 3, and interceptions 1, 0, 0, 0. So he's been averaging about +4 so far. He has been playing pretty well in that usual PSG way, where it's League One's quite an easy league. Like the most of the teams aren't as competitive as the top teams, and obviously a lot of players go to PSG. They they've got brilliances like Di Maria, players like that, but they just quickly feel in and know it's easy, and they just act lazy, and some games they turn up, some games they don't, and they sort of get that reputation. It feels already that Draxler's doing that. He can do it when he wants to, like 4 key passes, 2 shots a while ago. It varies. PSG can sometimes just, all the players will just be lazy and not turn up, and then they'll lose, and that's why they're second and not first at the moment. So Draxler away at Bordeaux, I feel it could be a tougher game than they think, but then they could trounce it, because some weeks PSG, if they turn up, they'll win like 6-7-0. It varies so much with PSG. So he's averaged a +4 since joining. I'm going to go with +3 for this and say he's going to go to an 85. But like I say, any of them, they could do a lot higher. I'm just sort of going for the average ground, the middle ground, without taking too many risks, because none of these games scream out, yes, this is a game where they can score loads, for sure. But a lot of the games look like they could be tough, or just from an impact perspective not be great. So they're the 5 this week. Hopefully we do get some big ones. Let me know below if you're planning on investing and who you're going to be investing with. I'm not sure who I'm going to pick up. I might pick up a Castillo and a Deeney and a Rudy if I can get them cheap. Draxler I imagine will be quite expensive before, because there's a lot of hype around him, especially his card's already been changed apparently to PSG, so I'm not sure why Castillo's hasn't, but I haven't seen the back card of Draxler to confirm that yet. But lads, leave a like if you enjoyed this, and make sure to let me know below if you want to see more of these as they come out every week. It will vary what time I can get them up. Obviously I'm off this week on the Friday because I'm in working tomorrow, so I was able to get this up for you earlier. Most weeks there may be a Friday night upload or an early Saturday morning, we'll see. But yeah, just show the support, leave a like, subscribe if you're new here, come follow me on Twitter at joebilineHD, and I will see you all later.